Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a Crypto Slayer. Happy New Year's, everyone. Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. It is still January 1st for me. I'm trying to knock out this video just so I can have that one video to kick off, the year on a good note and everything. Just try to build up this momentum as we start this week and finish the month strong. So I'm just going to put out this video right now to let you know on something that I think is a gem. I think it's still undervalued in my opinion, because this is like $1.70. I've been watching this for like the past month. I was gonna make a video sooner, but I was just so focused on DeFi, and there's a lot of drama with DeFi as a service and Node as a service projects, or wannabe Node as a service projects, and I got wrapped up in that. So now I'm focusing my attentions on some DeFi tokens, because last year we had DeFi and NFTs take off. This year I believe that DAOs, and as well as some DeFi projects, especially the ones that are like CRV or Curve. Those ones are going to do good this year. I see Hathor, Avalanche, Phantom. I also see Terra Luna doing really good this year as well. And then we're going to see a lot of the metaverse stuff as well, like take off sometime during this year, just like NFTs took off like crazy, quarter two, quarter three of 2021. So I expect something like that to happen, but with metaverse stuff, especially with people innovating in that space, and there's more play to earn games that are being released. It's just we're so early, guys. We're at literally the ground floor when it comes to innovation and infrastructure being built out for this stuff. But Hathor is a token, in my opinion, that we will see a price increase. I'm not going to say guaranteed, but it's most likely going to happen, because what has happened in the past. History would tell us that, whenever a protocol or network goes through a halving, there's a price increase if the demand is there, and if the demand is increasing and the supply is decreasing, which is what happens during a halving, then the price will follow. Price appreciation will take place, and we've been seeing that happen these last couple of days as we're leading up to the halving that's going to take place with Hathor. If you go to f2pool.com and slash halving, you will be able to see the protocols that are basically going to have their halving take place very soon. So for Bitcoin, we know the halving is still very far away, because we just had one in 2020. The next one is 855 days away. And if you go up here, you can see that Litecoin has a halving. The countdown says that it's 579 days away. And if you go up here, another token that, an OG cryptocurrency from the previous cycles, Dash, has a halving in 145 days. Ethereum Classic as well, in 130 days. I'm probably going to see, we're going to see a little price appreciation from that, hopefully. Hasn't been doing that much recently in terms of price action, but Raven Coin as well, 9 days away. The block reward goes from 5,000 to 2,500. So this is essentially what a halving is. It's just the rewards being halved. And then, like I said, if there's still demand for this protocol, if there's still a lot of building happening, and tokens are needed, for that to take place. This is true, and for most utility tokens. The token is needed to be locked up or staked or utilized to create other tokens, or to run smart contracts on the network, or to swap in and out within decentralized exchanges. If that's necessary, then yeah, you will need to hold the token, or have some to pay for gas fees. With I'm not gonna say all protocols, but some of them for sure. Some of the DeFi ones especially. This one's a little different, but the block reward is actually going down from 32 HTR to 16 HTR, and they have a halving every single year since the launch of the mainnet. So I think it launched in like the beginning of 2020, and then the first halving took place in the beginning of last year. So like the first week of January of 2021, they had a halving from 64 HTR to around, I think it was 32, and now we're gonna have a halving from 32 to 16, because we're essentially in year 3 since this launched in 2020, beginning of 2020. So yeah, and then in year 4, so starting 2023, there's gonna be another halving that takes place on that year. It's gonna go from 16 to 8, and then it's just gonna like gradually decrease from there. Like and it's not gonna go down as much apparently, based on their tokenomics and everything. I read the white paper, and it's just they're definitely going to remove the inflation and stuff like that from the tokens that are being mined and everything. So it's just to control that and make the protocol more sustainable in the long term. But it only has, I think, 900 million tokens or total, and in the total supply, I guess. So that's like a little less than Chainlink, I guess. And the circulating supply is very similar to something like Avalanche. Even Terra Luna is around Hathor's circulating supply. I think also Solana, you could put those in the same category in terms of DeFi protocols that have around the same circulating supplies. So it will be interesting to see what happens, guys, when this halving takes place in a couple of days, which we're literally 5 days and 14 hours away. By the time this video is uploaded on YouTube, probably going to be closer to the halving. But yeah, the volume's been doing pretty decently with 10 million. It's not bad. We are on KuCoin Gate.io. That was a recent listing. I think it took place like 2 weeks ago. And Coin Metro. Hopefully we can get a listing on Binance or something like Coinbase. If that happens, guys, there's going to be a lot more on and off ramps for people to be able to trade their fiat for this cryptocurrency directly. And for a lot of people here in the US, it's going to be very easily accessible and everything. About $1.70, guys. This is not that bad for this. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the protocol. So now that I told you how this works, this consensus is proof of work. So it's POW, just like Bitcoin. It uses the SHA-256D, and it's merged mining with Bitcoin. So if you want to learn more about merged mining and what that means, Hathor has a very good Medium article that explains all that and gives you a quick background. Basically, the concept of merged mining isn't new. It's actually almost as old as Bitcoin itself. In a Bitcoin forum thread from 2010, Satoshi Nakamoto talked about the possibility of miners searching for POW for two networks simultaneously, and the idea quickly caught the attention of other developers. The first implementation of merged mining occurred on the Namecoin blockchain in 2011 when the network added support for Bitcoin's SHA-256 algorithm, which is the same algorithm that Hathor network is utilizing. And in addition to Hathor network, Elastos and RSK are other examples of blockchains that support merged mining with Bitcoin. And then it talks about what exactly it is, merged mining, pros and cons of merged mining. So check out this article for sure. And I thought it'd be also interesting if I showed you what kind of price appreciation is literally possible for this protocol, or for this asset. I mean, Hathor going from $1.73 to AVAX or Avalanche's market cap. It would mean a 73x in price appreciation. So that would mean that Hathor would go up to around $126, as you guys can see here, if we were to take on that close to $30 billion market cap. Obviously, this is speculation. This is a lot of hopium, but it just gives you an idea of what's possible. They do have a decentralized exchange, which is the Hathor swap, which is in development, guys. And apparently, it's going to allow for feeless transactions and feeless swaps. So it's not going to cost you any gas fees or anything like that. You're not going to have to pay for anything like that. Within the ecosystem of Hathor, you're going to be able to trade between those assets without having to pay for any fees because of the shared mining and because of all these other features and stuff, which is incredible. I think they explain it pretty well as well on their website. But if we go over here to get started, you can see that they have a mobile wallet, so for both Android users and Apple devices, as well as desktop wallets, macOS, Windows. You can create your own token, so you can create your own digital token with just a few clicks, no complex smart contracts needed. Send tokens to your friends, so ask your friends their addresses and start exchanging your new token with them. And they have really good video tutorials explaining how that works. When you create a new wallet, you install the wallet, follow the instructions to initialize the new wallet for yourself. Remember to back up your words or seed phrases to avoid losing all your tokens. And they have all that, all those resources available to explain how that works. Learn how to become a successful Hathor miner for developers. You can learn how to contribute to the protocol as a developer. Hathor's architecture supports native atomic swaps. This means that different tokens can be exchanged on the same transaction. This is an evolution that improves security and increases the possibilities when dealing with tokens. With atomic swaps, a token owner can take advantage of another token that is already available on an exchange to increase its liquidity. Instead of listing their token, they can buy and sell the listed token in an exchange and then trade for their custom token. It greatly reduces the total cost of experimenting with a new business model based on digital assets, and it tells you the technical details surrounding that. And on top of that, I want to talk about the nano contracts. So these are smart contracts for humans. Apparently, is it similar to Ethereum smart contracts? So even though the motivation is the same, we chose for a simpler design. Smart contracts are a very powerful tool. This leads to complexity and bugs. Ethereum itself had to be forked to undo the consequences of one such bug. Ethereum versus Ethereum Classic. Moreover, processing smart contracts might consume large amounts of computing power. That's why in Ethereum you have to pay extra fees for processing smart contract transactions. These fees are called gas. For Hathor, we decided a set of instructions that enables users to create very powerful contracts without all the complexity that inevitably results in bugs. This simplicity also means that processing a nano contract transaction is cheap and does not result in extra fees, following Hathor's philosophy of feeless transactions. Yo, this is insane, guys. Another thing I want to mention is that they allow for peer-to-peer payments. So users can directly make transfers to other users with no intermediate but Hathor. To do so, the sender just needs a wallet address similar to an account number of the receiver, and then it can easily create the transaction. No fees are applied to transactions. A wallet is made of one or more addresses that belongs to the same user, so each user can generate as many wallet addresses as one needs. By default, the wallet application allows a user to have at most 20 unused addresses, but it is optional. We say that an address is unused when there is no transaction to this address. There is no limit in the number of transactions that an address may receive, and Hathor can create and manage identities for as many people needed in a much lower cost and more secure way through the use of its embedded digital signature technologies, which gives any user a wallet address. Underserved populations like the unbanked could have access to financial services like never before. So banking the unbanked, essentially, peer-to-peer payments, what Stellar is all about. This is crazy, guys. Full node. You can run a full node and be part of the network. There's mining tools. Tells you the CPU mining guide right here and information about that. And I also want to talk about how 1 month after the halving that took place in January 2021, the last halving, HTR pumped around 800% within 5 weeks. If we do the same scenario again after the next halving, which is in a couple days from now, we will see $14 for one HTR at current prices. Very interesting, guys. And just for context, someone commented under this tweet, and they said that HTR pumped 800% in February 10th to March 15th. A few select comparables on that 33-day run. Polkadot only increased 56%, Solana 87%, Luna 169%, and Ethereum 4%. So yes, the market did pump, but I doubt you'll find many that pumped 802%. So, just in comparison to other DeFi protocols in that same time frame. So, and history always usually repeats itself in crypto. So when a halving takes place in any good protocols, where there's still demand for the token and everything, the price just skyrockets. And that's all I want to say, guys. Do your due diligence and research, please. This token's already up 8% on the daily. Have a blessed rest of your week. And if you guys have any suggestions for future uploads, like you want me to post something, if there's a token you want me to talk about, review, or give my opinion on, let me know as well in the comments. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And on top of that, I have a Patreon if you guys want to subscribe. I will be dropping some DeFi gems and some DAOs that I'm getting into this year, as well as other stuff that I find, high risk, low risk, medium risk, whatever. So definitely check that out if you're interested. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I'm out.